Hi everyone, it's Miss Brenner and I'm here with your Science Fiction Online Week 7 agenda. I hope you are all doing well and staying happy and healthy. Along with that, I want to remind you guys that you should be checking your grades online on a regular. If anything seems to be out of place, maybe it looks like an assignment is missing, maybe home access isn't loading properly for you, please contact me. I definitely want to make sure that I'm helping you and supporting you in any way that I can, and it makes my day to hear from you guys on email. Alrighty guys, so as per usual, I'm going to go quickly through these items since we've covered them now 7 weeks in a row, about the fact that every week you should be watching this video to go over the agenda and then completing all the activities for the week. If you are having any issues completing the assignments on time, please get in contact with me. It might be due to technical issues or maybe just that you would need some more time due to things that are happening in your life. Please just contact me. I'm very flexible. Alrighty. That's grading examples. We've already gone over that enough. Let's talk about our overview for this week. We're going to be talking about literary lenses through various stylistic lenses, including critical, classist, gender, and psychological. And we're going to talk about author's tone and purpose with those elements. Students will analyze the themes and motifs within a text and how this shapes a reader's interpretation. So students will need to know literary lenses, author's tone, and theme and motif. Students will be able to identify stylistic qualities within a text using literary lenses to analyze an author's tone and purpose. Essential questions: how can the use of literary lenses change our interpretation of a text? Why might an author use tone to persuade a reader's interpretation of a piece of writing? And how does the theme and motif impact our reading? So our first activity, we're going to be starting a new story called The April Witch. This is a continuation of our high fantasy unit of short stories. This is by Ray Bradbury. We're going to be listening to and reading along with The April Witch using Edpuzzle. There's a part 1 and a part 2 of The April Witch in Edpuzzle. Part 1 goes over pages 1 through 5. You should answer the questions in Edpuzzle and follow along on the PDF copy of The April Witch provided in the folder. There is also a April Witch reading chart for pages 1 through 5. The information that the reading chart covers is literary lenses, theme, motif, and foreshadowing. So please make sure to complete all of those. Alright, Activity 2 is a continuation of The April Witch by Ray Bradbury. This would be part 2 of the Edpuzzle, pages 6 through 11. Please use the PDF copy to help support your reading and understanding. There is a reading chart for pages 6 through 11, so this would be a second reading chart. Use the information notes that you have that cover literary lenses, theme, motif, and foreshadowing to complete both reading charts. Alrighty, we have creative writing this week. There are 4 different writing prompts. Please complete one with a minimum of 10 sentences. Our writing prompt options for this week is to write about a character who goes to or purposely avoids their high school reunion. Write a post-apocalyptic thriller, so that one's a little bit more broad. Write about a character passing down their favorite childhood toy to a new generation, so you can make that one realistic or more magical depending upon your preference. And write about someone who has a superpower. Alrighty, so those are all of our writing prompts for this week. Also, I forgot to mention last week, if you want to do the writing competition, that is also an option. It is linked in the PDF, or not the PDF, the Google Doc. So if you want to go check out and see what is happening on their competition for this week, you are welcome to go do that. Just make sure that you copy and paste your entry into the Google Doc so that way I can still grade it. Alrighty, Activities 3 and 4 is our second story for the week, which is The Monkey's Paw. We are also doing this one through Edpuzzle. The Monkey's Paw is written by W.W. Jacobs. So, The Monkey's Paw is an audio Edpuzzle that has questions in it. You must answer the questions in Edpuzzle. There will be a PDF copy also linked of The Monkey's Paw. I'm sorry, that says The April Witch. It's The Monkey's Paw by W.W. Jacobs. In the Activity 4 folder is then both reading charts that must be completed for The Monkey's Paw. So this would be Monkey's Paw pages 1 through 7, and then Monkey's Paw reading chart pages 8 through 14. Both reading charts must be completed in order to get full credit, and they go over literary lenses, theme, motif, and foreshadowing. Our last activity for the week is activity 5, which is silent reading. We should be reading for 90 minutes every week. Our discussion for our silent reading and share is based on our discussion of theme and motif. What themes or motifs seem to be occurring within your personal reading, and then to explain. You should also comment on one other student's discussion post about what they are currently reading. So with that being said, I know some of you are reading nonfiction, and therefore theme and motif would most likely not exist within your nonfiction reading, and that is okay. I just ask that you tell us about some form of moral conundrum or complication that is happening within your nonfiction reading. Just as in fictional reading, every author is basing their story on events that have complications or problems, just like we examine in our own life. So most likely your nonfiction is facing some form of moral dilemma that either the narrator or main, I don't want to say character, but main person is experiencing. So that should be your discussion for this week. Our assignments and grades breakdown for week 7 is structured as so. The April Witch Ed Puzzle Part 1 is worth 5 points. The April Witch Ed Puzzle Part 2 is worth 5 points. The April Witch Reading Chart, pages 1 through 5, is worth 10 points. The April Witch Reading Chart, page 6 through 11, is worth 10 points. Alright, Creative Writing is 5 points. The Monkeys Paw Ed Puzzle is 5 points. The Monkeys Paw Reading Chart, page 1 through 7, is 10 points. And the Monkeys Paw Reading Chart, pages 8 through 14, is 10 points. Silent Reading Discussion is worth 5 points, which gives us a total of 65 points. Alrighty, and that is everything for week 7. Like I said before, if you are unsure about your grades, if you're unsure how to complete the assignments, if technology is not cooperating with you, because I know Schoology has been quite fickle lately, if any of these things are causing you some form of stress or problematic issues within your educational life, please contact me by email. I am available. And even if you need to meet me through Zoom so that way you can get some better instruction, please feel free to contact me. I'm more than happy to help you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!